Hello and welcome to this chapter-wise summary video of Start with Why by Simon Sinek. In this book, the author explores the concept of why some organizations and leaders are able to inspire while others are not. In this video, we will summarize each chapter of the book to give you a better understanding of the key principles. Chapter 1: How Great Leaders Inspire Action. In this chapter, the author introduces the concept of the Golden Circle and how it relates to inspiring leadership. The author argues that great leaders start with why, while average leaders start with what or how. Chapter 2: The Why of the Golden Circle. In this chapter, the author explains the why of the Golden Circle and how it is the foundation of inspiring leadership. The author argues that leaders who start with why are more likely to inspire others and achieve great things, while those who start with what or how are less likely to have a lasting impact. Chapter 3: The How of the Golden Circle. In this chapter, the author discusses the how of the Golden Circle and how it relates to inspiring leadership. The author argues that leaders who start with why are able to create a unique and compelling vision, while those who start with what or how are less likely to have a clear vision. Chapter 4: The What of the Golden Circle. In this chapter, the author explains the what of the Golden Circle and how it relates to inspiring leadership. The author argues that leaders who start with why are able to create products and services that stand out and make a difference, while those who start with what or how are less likely to have a unique and meaningful impact. Chapter 5: The Why of Apple. In this chapter, the author uses the example of Apple to illustrate the principles of the Golden Circle. The author argues that Apple's focus on why has allowed the company to become one of the most successful and innovative organizations in the world. Chapter 6: The Why of Martin Luther King Jr. In this chapter, the author uses the example of Martin Luther King Jr. to illustrate the principles of the Golden Circle. The author argues that King's focus on why allowed him to inspire a nation and bring about change. Chapter 7: The Why of Wright Brothers. In this chapter, the author uses the example of the Wright brothers to illustrate the principles of the Golden Circle. The author argues that the Wright brothers' focus on why allowed them to achieve the impossible and invent the airplane. Chapter 8: The Why of Organizations. In this chapter, the author discusses how organizations can start with why and inspire their employees and customers. The author argues that organizations that focus on why are more likely to achieve great things and make a difference, while those that focus on what or how are less likely to have a lasting impact. Chapter 9: The Why of Leaders. In this chapter, the author discusses how leaders can start with why and inspire their followers. The author argues that leaders who focus on why are more likely to be successful and have a lasting impact, while those who focus on what or how are less likely to inspire others. In conclusion, Start with Why is a powerful and thought-provoking book that explores the principles of inspiring leadership and the impact of starting with why. The author's insights and examples provide readers with the tools they need to become more effective leaders and inspire others to achieve great things.
Your support means the world to us. Show us some love by hitting the like, share, and subscribe button.